The Mutiny of the Pennsylvania Line, January 1st, 1781, when patriots went full diva. Imagine it's the coldest January ever, the kind where your nose hairs freeze and your soul feels insulted just for existing. It's 1781, and the Pennsylvania line of the Continental Army is camped in Morristown, New Jersey, dealing with more drama than a reality TV reunion. These soldiers are fed up. No pay for months, no shoes, no food, just vibes and frostbite. While George Washington is probably sipping weak tea, praying for some miracles, the soldiers are about to serve him something else, a piping hot mutiny. Let's rewind to 1776. The Pennsylvania line was part of the Continental Army, doing the heavy lifting in battles like Trenton, Princeton, and Brandywine. But by 1780, the reward for all this effort wasn't glory. It was IOUs and ration cards that couldn't buy squat. Congress was broke, the treasury was emptier than a college student's fridge, and inflation made their continental dollars worth less than monopoly money. Adding insult to injury, these men had signed up for 3-year stints or until the end of the war. But the enlistment contracts were so vague, even their lawyers would have been confused. As far as the soldiers were concerned, their service time was up. As far as their officers were concerned, nah, keep fighting please and thank you. New Year's Eve 1780 wasn't all champagne and confetti, more like empty stomachs and the grim realization that 1781 would be just as bad. By midnight, the soldiers reached their collective breaking point. On January 1st, they gathered like it was the world's angriest block party. Somewhere in the chaos, a ringleader stood up. Let's call him Sergeant Big Mood. He gave a speech so fiery it could have melted the snow. We fought. We bled, and we're still wearing the same damn clothes from Valley Forge. Who's with me? The crowd went wild. Thousands of Pennsylvania soldiers, armed and dangerous, stormed out of camp. They weren't deserting though. Oh no, they were marching straight to Philadelphia, ready to serve Congress a platter of pay us or perish. Colonel Anthony Wayne, their commander, tried to reason with them, but they weren't having it. You don't pay us, you don't feed us, and now you want to talk? Nah, bro. When Wayne threatened to shoot the ringleaders, the soldiers basically dared him. Go ahead. You're outnumbered 100-1. Spoiler, Wayne didn't shoot. So now we've got an armed mob of 1,500 soldiers marching through the snowy wilderness, looking like the angriest winter parade. Congress freaked out. Oh no, they're coming here. Hide the fancy china. Meanwhile, the British in New York heard about the mutiny and thought, hey, free recruits. Enter Sir Henry Clinton, the British commander. He sent spies to bribe the mutineers. Defect to the crown and we'll pay you in real money. The mutineers considered it for like 5 minutes before capturing the spies and sending them back with a note. Nice try, Henry. We're broke, not traitors. By the time the mutineers reached Princeton, New Jersey, a delegation from Congress was waiting for them, trembling in their wigs. They offered compromises, partial pay, early discharges for soldiers with expired enlistments, and some new clothes and supplies. It wasn't everything the soldiers wanted, but it was enough to stop them from storming Philly like it was a colonial capital riot. Meanwhile, George Washington was mortified. If word got out that his army was mutinying, it'd be game over for the revolution. He approved the deal, but privately seethed. To prevent further chaos, he made an example of the ringleaders. After a quick trial, 2 mutineers were executed, reminding everyone that rebellion within rebellion wasn't cool. The Pennsylvania Mutiny shook the Continental Army to its core. It highlighted the glaring issues of poor pay, low morale, and Congress's incompetence in funding the war. It also forced leadership to address these issues, albeit reluctantly. The mutiny didn't ruin the revolution, but it did foreshadow the post-war struggles over military pensions and payments, which would plague veterans for years. The soldiers eventually got their recognition, just not before enduring one of the most bitter winters in revolutionary history. The mutiny of the Pennsylvania line wasn't just a protest, it was a declaration that even patriots have limits. It's proof that no matter how noble the cause, people need food, pay, and dignity to keep fighting. And if nothing else, it gave Congress a wake-up call. Don't mess with soldiers who are hangry and unpaid. They'll march into your city and bring the revolution to your doorstep, literally.